bringing American capital and expertise and standards to Africa so that we can keep exploiting, so that we can exploring where we can get these minerals.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call the Freudian slip. For those of us who don't know what the Freudian slip is, well, let me tell you. And we're going to be looking at a few Freudian slip in today's video because I came by some very interesting ones, right? Definition of a Freudian slip. The Freudian slip is an unintentional error regarded as revealing subconscious feelings. In psychoanalysis, a Freudian slip is also called parapraxis, which is an error in speech, memory, or physical action that occurs due to the interference of an unconscious subdued wish or internal train of thought. The Freudian slip is considered to be linked to unconscious minds.
We need to see a cease. We need to see a humanitarian pause so we can flow. We need to see ceasing of the levels of violence that we're seeing.
Sverige och EU står enat i att Israel har rätt till försvar inom
This person just said that is not real, has the right to genocide. That was a Freudian slip. But then they corrected themselves and they said that Israel has the right to self-defense. At least the crowd here is a far more better crowd, I would say, than the crowd we would see in a clip coming soon. This crowd, they seem to me like they are like, wait, what the F did you just say? Yeah. But the crowd will see in a particular clip coming up any second now, where we'll see a former US president having his own Freudian slip. Just wait for that crowd. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm also upset that since October the 7th, the focus at the moment is on the other side. People are trying to suggest that there is some sort of moral equivalence. There is no moral equivalence. We are not the victims.
We know! We know! We know!
Sorry, we are the victims. We are not the aggressor. I'm sorry.
But I can tell you that we are not targeting anyone else in Gaza but civilians. Hamas is cynically, but rather terrorists, of course.
I'd like to use the rest of my time to say how appalled I am that people are bringing up the Holocaust. Do not use other genocides to describe this one. I have been...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Freudian slip. How old is this child? First of all, can we talk about, is it just me or does she look 16? Looking this young, being this young, saying this on here, basically defending genocide, which, by the way, yes, I know it's the propaganda. These people get fed these things at a very young age. Like, we get that, but like, just looking at it is crazy. Like, where is the innocence? There is supposed to be innocence when you are young. This is how the propaganda dies children and what they turn them into. They soil the soul of the youngsters, and that's how they turn them into monsters. Soil the soul of the youngsters and turn them into monsters. Catch them young, right? That's what they be doing with the kids and with everybody at this point. Catch you young, feed you with the nonsense, and that's how you hold these crazy beliefs. And when you grow up, you start doing crazy ish. It's just crazy. They take children's innocence away like this. It's sad to watch personally. It's crazy they're plucking the innocence out of children. And now you have this young girl on here defending genocide, basically. Like, what is she even doing there? Look at the people. She's the youngest, just surrounded by these grown ASS men and women, and speaking like, who is she and what is she? I don't know. Just moving on. I just take the entire situation inside, and it's a Freudian slip, and I want to incorporate it into this video.
The decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway. 75.
Yeah, this is the crowd I was talking about. What's funny? What's funny? Man just stood up there and admitted to crimes against humanity. And they are laughing. It's not funny. There is absolutely nothing funny about this. Oh, one man doing this bad thing, talking about what is happening in Ukraine, which is not, to be clear, it's horrific that that's happening. I would never be okay for any kind of war, regardless of whoever is being done to. But we know that the only reason why these people speak for Ukraine and against Putin for what he's doing there is because the people who he's doing it to is white people. That's the only reason why they care, and they think it's, it's a bad thing that happened. And why what happened in Iraq is not that bad, it's because they are not white. So of course the crowd is laughing, even though he said, yeah, that's true. They are laughing. It's funny. This is insane. People in this crowd need to be quarantined, have their brain checked, because like there is something fundamentally wrong with you people. Yeah, all of you in the crowd that laugh, because there's nothing funny about this. I don't know what to say, really. Like, what do you even say to clips like this? Like, how do you even end this? What conclusive statement should I don't know. I mean, every of their lips are confessing to things that we already know that they've done, but these folks like to hide, like they're not doing what they're doing. They don't have these opinions that they have. They don't share these sentiments that they share. They don't think this way that we know that they think. And they slips and they shared, and I'm like, interesting. Not like we did not already know, but like, every lip really would confess. Yeah, that's the video. But what are your thoughts? Maybe you have more thoughts than I did in this particular video. Share with us down below in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Bring American capital and expertise and standards to Africa so that we can keep exploiting, so that we can exploring where we can get these minerals.